Alright, on with the lift out project here. I'm getting ready to lay the cork road bed across this. Now I showed in my previous videos that I use white Elmer's glue to lay my cork road bed. Except on areas such as a lift out, I'm going to use liquid nails. Only because it's going to be getting moved around a lot and banged around. And I want it to hold secure. And I also added these screws right here at the end of the lift out and at the end of the layout on both sides, and I will solder my rails to those. That way I know I have a perfect alignment every time when I lift it out and put it back, and I'll show you that. And as you see here, I notched out pieces of the bench work here, and that's because I'm getting ready to do the wiring part of this. And as you see here, I have a copper pad. It's 25 thousandths thick. I bought that at Lowe's. I think it was like I don't know, maybe like $8, something like that. I've already cut 4 strips out of it, which I'll be using later on in the video. And now I'm going to cut pieces out that will fit in here. So I would explain to you what I'm doing, but I'd rather just show you along the way. So hold tight, and I'm going to continue with this, and I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, you're going to have to excuse me, but I ended up working on this lift out a good bit without the camera rolling, and that's mainly because I just got into it and I didn't feel like stopping to videotape everything as I was doing it. So I want to give you once over here, and I'll explain how it works, because we don't have track down yet, so you'll have to just take my explanation and hopefully understand what I'm talking about. Anyways, as you can see, I still have some cork road bed drying. The T-pins are still in. But anyways, I have my road bed across here. That is glued down with liquid nails. That way it's a little bit stronger than just white glue, since this is going to be moved around a good bit. And as you see, the rest of this cork's drying. And liquid nails is glued right here too, just to make sure the ends are down pretty good. I have these screws in here because once I get my track down there, I will adjust them up to the rail height to where my rail is going to be, and I will solder the rails right to that. That way they're guaranteed not to move at all. And then I will cut the rail right across here, and should be a perfect lineup every time then. I added some side bracing here to help prevent warping. And let me see. Now, here's the big kicker. How this is wired up. Everything's wired right now except for the track, because it's not down yet, of course. But let me explain how this works. We take this out and show you the other side. Now there's my copper contacts, and I have the track wiring going across here. Now when I have track on the other side, I will drop a set of feeders down and connect them right to that terminal block. Now, as you can see, I have copper contact pads right there and right here, which makes contact with these. Let me set this out of the way. Now I have a hole drilled up underneath to the bottom of these, and these wires are soldered directly to the bottom of these pads. Now they will go and connect to they will connect to the track line up here. These are basically going to be feeders, and I have a set on either side. So once I have my track down, they will go up and they will be soldered to the track. Now how this works. I'm going to have a turnout right here. So from this point all the way to the lift out, one rail will be live all the time. One rail will be isolated back here. And then on the other side, pardon me, around here, the opposite rail from the one that's isolated and powered over there, it's going to be reversed on this side. And I believe my last turnout will be back here. So the opposite, the rail that's live on the other side will be dead on this side, and vice versa, as from the other side. So one rail will be live on this side all the time, and one rail will be isolated, just like the other side, just in the opposite way. What that does is eliminate my need for any type of switching or anything to kill a dead section on here, to prevent trains from running and dropping down to the concrete canyon whenever the lift out's out. So the way it works, all I have to do is drop this in. Every section is powered then, because what it does, the live rail will transfer the power into here, and say this, then the other side would be isolated. Well, once I drop that in, that completes the connection clear across all the way to the insulated rail joiner or gap in the rail, and vice versa. So I hope that made sense. I'm not very good at explaining things, to be honest with you. So while it's in like that, I got track power through everything. All I have to do, lift this out, and what it does, then I have my isolated sections to prevent my locomotives from falling off the table in case I forget to put the lift out back in while I'm running trains. So that all I have to do is lift it out. It automatically kills both sections on either side just by lifting it out. What that does, that eliminates the need for me to constantly have plugs plugging in and unplugging, plugging in and unplugging every time I take the lift out. And since this is the main entrance to my layout, that would get old if I'm going in and out. So it eliminates the need for even a micro switch. I was going to use micro switches that would automatically kill the sections of track on either side of the lift out when I removed it. So what I did was basically I eliminated the need for any type of plug connection and micro switch use. So as simple as that, all I have to do, drop it in, everything's powered. Whoops, pull it out, it's dead. Very simple. Now, like I said, I don't have track on there to test it yet, but in theory, it should work just fine. And there you go. We have the lift out. And it was a little bit extra work, but with these copper prongs, whenever it's dropped into place, they set right on these copper contact pads. And the circuit will be completed all the way around, including the dead sections. There you go, guys. That's it. I hope you understood what I was talking about. There we go. That's how it works. And all my cork's down for my main line now. Some of it still needs to dry yet. But as you see, there we go. So next step will be laying some track and running some trains. Alright guys, thanks for watching this. I don't know, hopefully it wasn't too boring, and I hope I gave someone ideas that they might not have thought of. I know I didn't think of this idea. I can't take credit for it. A guy at my local hobby shop explained to me that's how he did his lift out, and I thought, wow, man, I'll tell you what, I'm just not creative enough to think of things like that. So I stole his idea, and I think it's a great idea. Alright, I will catch you later, guys, and happy model railroading.